Okay, so we're up to this part. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add a table. So what a table does is it allows you to structure what you want your website to look like. So it works the exact same way a table does in Microsoft Word, for example, but we have to code it in instead of just dragging and dropping it in. So the way we do that is, you ready for this? So we have to open another tag and we call this table. Okay, and we close it. So remember, with the closing we have to basically put the / in. So that is a normal tag. However, there's a little more thing we're going to put here. So we're going to put style equals, I'm going to put some speech marks in, and we're going to type the word width like that, semicolon, 100%. So what this means is the table is going to be 100% of your screen, so it's going to cover the whole width. So it's going to cover from here to here. Check your spelling as well, because mine often goes wrong. So the next thing we're going to do is we need to include a table row. So to do that, do a table row, just like that. Okay, and in here we have some headings. So table row is the things that go across. Alright, so you have a row in a column, you have a row in a column, it's the rows we're talking about today. So we're going to need to close this so we don't forget, like that. And then in here we have to put some information. So this information is usually your table heading. So what do you think it's going to be? Well, it's a TH, okay, which means table heading. So now we get a little bit different. So we're just going to create one as an example. You can edit this as you need to for your website, but I'm going to put first name, just like that, and I'm going to close my table heading. So I'm just going to bring these up a bit. I often get worried about syntax and all that. So I'm going to put another one in, it's another TH. This time I'm going to call it last name, just like that, and I'm going to close my TH again. And I'm going to do another one, so I'm going to do another table heading. This time I'm going to call it age, and again I'm going to close. So if I just save that and refresh it, this is what it looks like. So these are my headings. We're going to add some CSS to it later to make it look better, okay? So, but first of all, we've got that. So the next thing I need to do is I need to start adding some data, so some names, and not just stick to my table headings. So again, it's another row, so I'm going to add another TR, like that, and then just to make it easier for myself, I'm going to close it again before I forget, and I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do another TD this time, because we're talking about table data. So these are the bits of information that are going to be underneath this. So I'm going to call my first one Jill. Okay, that's all I need to know because it's her first name. I'm going to close it. I'll do the second. So another row of table data. This time I'm going to put a last name in, which is Smith. And I'm going to close my tag. Now I need to fill out the age column. So I've done first name, I've done last name. Now I need to do age. So a TD again. And I'm going to put her at, let's put her at 30. And I'm going to close it. Okay. So I've got my name, my first name, my last name, and my age. So if I save that, refresh it, it comes here. It's not in line yet, but don't worry, we're going to be okay. So I'm going to do one more just to add extra data. So I'm going to do another table row, TR like that. I'm going to close it. Oh, it does it for me. Why do I keep forgetting that? And I'm going to put my table data. So TD, I'm going to call this one Eve, close it. What am I going to call this one? Eve Jackson. Let's go with that. And I'm going to close it, and I'm going to add age in, which I shall put her at, should we put her at 94? Let's go a bit out there. Close it. So I'm going to save it, and I've got my second row. So now I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to create a CSS file. So we're going to do it the exact same way. I'll talk you through it. So we're going to go File, New File. Okay, we're going to go File and Save As. So this is the exact same way. Now we're going to call this one style.css. So we called it index.html to tell it was a HTML file, and now we're going to call it style.css to tell it that we want it to be a cascading style sheet, and I'm going to click save. Okay, so I have given my table some tags. So I've given it a table tag, I've given it a tr tag, I've given it a th tag, and I've given it a td tag. So what that means is I can now customize how this looks. So I'm going to go to my style and I'm going to put table, comma, th, comma, td. So that is my table header, and my table data. And I'm going to put a curly bracket like that, and I'm going to put the border to equal 1px, so 1 pixel. Oh, I want it to be solid, so I'm going to put not a comma. I want to type the word solid, and then I want the colour to be black. Okay, so I've put my, you have to always have a semicolon on the end as well. So let's save that. Now at the minute this will not do anything, okay, because we haven't linked it. So the way we link this is really weird. So to link a style sheet to HTML, ooh, right, I forgot which one I'm typing on there. Right, so we have to go to our header. So it goes in here, just like that. So link rel, and we're going to call it, oh, keep forgetting, equals, and style.css. See if that works. It probably works. I need to add some extra onto it. Yeah. So when it comes to linking a style sheet, you have to be very specific in what you actually tell it to do. So just give me a second. So link rel style sheet, there's two ways of doing it. You can do it inline, or you can do it actually on the thing, but we're going to do it on this. So link rel style sheet, that's where I went wrong. See, even I still get this wrong. Style sheet like that, and then we're going to put href just like that. I always forget which button I'm on, and this is where I name it, like that. So now this should work. Let's check it, and I'll just go back to it. Yeah, so what you're doing is you're telling it what it is. So this was where you're saying, where we said here this is a HTML document, here we're saying, look, we've got a style sheet now, we're going to start adding some pretty colours. So ignore the guinea pigs. So the href, this is where we actually set, this is the link. So when we come to creating a menu in a second, or in another video, you actually use a lot of these, okay, and it's how we create a link. So we can't just highlight, right click and insert link anymore, we have to actually code it in. So now we've got this working, we can do all sorts with this. Alright, so remember this little P thing we had here? So if I go down here and create a new one, just like that, I can put, let's go colour, no, let's do a bit different, let's go text, decoration, oh, decoration, italics, can we do that? Can we do bold? Can we make it blink? Oh, let's see what this does. I've never actually seen this before. Oh, don't do anything. Oh well. Right, I want to change the background colour. Let me do it. Oh, it did do it, and I just skipped it. That's the good thing about a lot of these. It tells me what to do. Background colour. I did it again. Right, important information. Remember, background colour in HTML, because it was created by American people, or I can't remember who created it, to be honest. They actually we have to use the American spelling of things. So I'm going to put the background colour as red. See what happens. Cracking. Alright, so that's really garish and it really hurts my eyeballs. So let's put it to pink, because that's better. Okay, so now I want to change the size. font. Let's do font family because I want to change the colour, the style of it first. So it's probably in Arial. I don't really like it. It's probably in Comic Sans if I'm honest with you. So we're going to go font family. So this changes what the style is. So I'm going to go for font family. Can I go Comic Sans? Oh, I can go cursive. Let's go cursive. Like that. Save it. Let's refresh it. Oh, there we go. I want to go a bit bigger. So font size. Let's try 20. Don't forget your PX on the end. Save it. Refresh it. Beautiful. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. See if I can change the font colour now. No, I think it's just colour. Like that. Oh, if I spelt it right. What should we have? White? Why not? Nah. Looks a bit weird though, doesn't it? So I want to introduce you to something else as well. So there's a thing called Hex Colors. So Hex Colors allows you to pick your own colour. So you just do a hex colour. I usually go for the top one. It's usually the easiest one to find. They have a lot of different colours that you can choose. And basically what you need to do... Oh, go down please, I don't like that. Is you need to select it. So let's go for this one for example. The rat's awake. I'm going to highlight this little hashtag FD7E96. I'm going to copy it using my keyboard shortcut or just copy. And where we've got white written here, I'm going to highlight this and I'm just going to paste it in. And if I press save, my text when I refresh should change to that colour. So let's see if we can find some really weird ones. It's all about messing with this. So I don't want this one to be pink anymore. I'm going to change it to this really weird like lemony, limey colour. Refresh it, we've got something going on. So we're good with this, okay. Oh, I've obviously just deleted everything. There we go. So now let's try H1. Exactly the same way. I'm not going to put background colour on it this time. I'm just going to change the colour. Oh, I always get this wrong, like that. And I'm going to go back to my Hex Colors and I'm going to find something. I don't really know which one I want to go for. Can I make up my own colours? Yeah, let's do this one. Everything's going to be pink with me. Save it. Every time you do a change, refresh it, we're there. Okay, so we can do the same with this one. So we can change the colour of what's written inside it. Like that. We can also change the colour of the actual lines that go around it. I'm just using the same colour because I've got it saved. So we can do that. We can also have dash, so we don't have to have solid. We can have dashed. So I think it's still around in HTML5. We'll figure it out. There we go. Okay. So it's all about how you want it to look. Okay, so we're going to leave it there for a second because we've covered tables and we've covered CSS. So we're at a point now where we can end it and I'll create another tutorial. So if you enjoyed this, keep listening.